Hey guys, here's Hunted from Germany. I've done YouTube since 2 years in German commentary, and now I'm playing on the Taiwan server and want to start an English channel for you guys and present the new stuff from the Taiwan server right away after the update. Last week we got the new update with the new hero. Maybe we look later on, and the new insane dungeons and new HBM waves. So at first I want to present my heroes I've done with the dungeons. Here's my 8 of 8 Zerg PD, 10 of 10 skill. Very important hero, I think you all know, level 3 rewrite crest. And yes, there you see the artifact he's in the scroll artifact. The important hero for the dungeons to clear them easy, it's good, is the Mino. He's double Evo. You see level 3 rewrite crest in the damage artifact. He has 8 of 8 War God talent and his skill was 9 from 10. Yes, you all know his skill stuns all towers, is global of all of the map, and so it's a very important hero for the dungeons. So we jump a little bit. And the next hero is Cupid, also double evoed, 9 of 10, 5 on 5 rewrite. Yeah, we know the damage buff, or we need the damage buff and the energy he gave us, so it's a very important hero also. And he has level 3 rewrite crest and was in the Abzeichen artifact. So I was very surprised that most of the dungeons I've used flat. He's double evoed, 9 from 10 skill, 8 of 8 bulwark as talent, and level 4 War God crest, 90 inscription, and was in the damage artifact also. He's a very important hero for these dungeons because of its many amount of damage around him. So I don't respect that this hero will come with, but we will see later on. So Santa is a damage hero, also often used in dungeons. Double evoed, 7 of 9 skill, level 3 rewrite crest, also 90 inscription. Yes, he was used with Mino to clear out the dungeons and was a great help. In some dungeons, I think in the 9 of 10, I used Skull Knight for tanking. He's double evoed, 9 of 10 skill, 8 of 8 deadly strike. You know all the tactic to pull some enemy Skull Knight out and stack on him and clear the dungeon, but I think that was only possible in one dungeon. On the other dungeon you can pull out Dread Drake, so he has level 4 Life Drain crest and was in this artifact. So now we can jump a little bit. Oh no, there we can look at Golem, I think. So Golem is a very important healer in this. I never used Druid. Double evolve Golem is this, 9 of 10 skill, 5 of 5 rewrite. Very important is his heal derived on the start of the dungeon, and his damage reduction was really useful. So I can I tanked sometimes with this hero, and this golem is a one shot for every hero in this dungeon. A Phantom King one shot this golem, so you can't tank really with these heroes because the buff of the enemy heroes are really strong. So level 3 War God crest, 90 inscription, and the artifact. Then we sometimes used Valentina for the last dungeon. I think there was a use for her. 8 of 10 skill, 5 on 5 rewrite on her skill. Yes, with Cupid she loads the Pumpkin Duke, and so the procs goes on. So we can do a little jump, I think, yes. So, that was not expected from me. I used also often a Grimfiend, 7 of 10 skill, only Evo, 7 of 8 Bulwark. His stun immunity is really great in this dungeon, and he was a great help for clearing out the first dungeons. So, one time I used Trixie. I think you can use Spirit Mace also. She was great, but not necessary. I also say you can replace her with Spirit Mace. So yes, I had not changed her crest set and the damage artifact. She was also so, and Spirit Mace I used to 3 flame the last dungeon. We will see at the last video. Yes, I think you know the tactic. He has no cooldown, so he can proc really fast. If the Pumpkin Duke is going crazy, then the Spirit Mace is going crazy too. So now we start the dungeons. Or not. I recommend the German video for you guys. So we do a little jump. Yes, here's the hardest dungeon. It's the first dungeon. It took 4 hours to clear them. It's a lucky try to start downstairs, and I hope, or here comes a second Mino proc. I stop short because on the top side are a lot of totems, so you can't start there, and you can't start only on the bottom. So this dungeon was really hard. With the 6-8 it was the hardest dungeon here, and I was really happy when it was cleared. And yes, I think I never played the hardest dungeon before this one. Took hours to clear. So we can do a little jump, I think, again, because we are talking a lot. So here's a second dungeon that was a really easy dungeon. We start at the bottom with Snowstorm. All magic is maxed out. You see also a Flat is in the team because we need his damage to clear out the middle part of the dungeon. Tanking with Golem, Mosens and Grimfiend because of his stun immunity was really great. So damage buff, shield, so late it's possible, then we come to the middle and then it's done. You see a Grimfiend proc and then a second Mino proc, and we got the 100% of the second dungeon. Yes, after the first dungeon that was really easy. So the third dungeon here you see I used Trixie. I think you can use Spirit Mace instead of her. Tanking with Golem, waiting with shield so late you can. Drop shield, drop frenzy, and then hope for the hope for the procs. There was a Mino proc, he was buffed, so we got 2 flames on this dungeon. So I think after you manage to clear the first dungeon, it's easy to come. It's easy, yes, it's easy. It's okay. You come to the 6 of 8 dungeon. That was the second hardest dungeon. But we see when we're there, we must tank Electrica to clear out this dungeon. So this is here another easy dungeon. There is a Dread Drake. We tank on the Dread Drake with Golem. Maybe you can tank this with Skull Knight, but we don't need it. So we take Golem to tank, waiting for the procs, and then the PD goes crazy. The proc from the Mino is enough to clear out this dungeon, so that wasn't that difficult. So the next dungeon, we start at the bottom, tanking with Golem again. The standard team with Flat. Here was Flat, really important. I think his proc must come now. There was a proc, and then Flat procs here, cleared out the last heroes, so we can get the 2 flames. But after the first dungeon, these dungeons are really easy to clear. So this dungeon was difficult because the starting point to find. Tanking with Golem also, you see most of the time the same team here. tanking also with Golem, Grimfriend because of a stun immunity, Flood to clear out the heroes, that we have more time, and then waiting for the second Mino proc and clearing out this dungeon with one flame. There was an Arias totem. You see a lot of totems, so you must stack by the most dungeons outside and come in, and then you waiting only for the proc to clear it out. You can't run through the dungeon and kill all, that's not impossible. So, same team, tanking with Golem, waiting for shielding now. The Arcticas on the right side must go in the snowstorm to have a chance to clear it, and then you need the second Mino proc to finish them. So, next one please. Now comes the second hardest dungeon after the first. It's the 6.8 dungeon. A lot of totems inside, so you can't go in. The tactic is to stack on the Demogorgon. But the focus must be on the magic tower, that you have a little bit more time than waiting for the proc, freeze them, and now you hope to get a lot of stacks that you can proc on the Demogorgon. There was a proc and then you need only another proc, and you see? So it's really hard. If you walk inside there are totems, you can't trigger them. On every side, Arias totems, Medusa totems, Arctica totems. So the next try, I think the placement was better. So the magic tower is in the focus. The Demogorgon comes proc now, then he's freezed, and so we have the time to stack, and then the Santa Boom proc and the Mino proc are enough to clear them. But to tank a Demogorgon is really hard and take a lot of tries to get this lucky one. So that was the easiest one because there's a Skull Knight. So we all know the tactic from the Insane Dungeon 5. We place our Skull Knight to tank this one, snowstorm the magic towers, and waiting for the stacks and for the procs. There was a Santa Boom proc, and now we're waiting for the Mino proc, and the second proc from the Santa Booms are enough to clear it out. So, and now we come to the last dungeon. That was really hard too, to get 3 flames on it. A lot of tries to finish it. So let's start. Here in the middle is and the trencher is the SK totem you can stack on. So you wait with the shield so long you can, so that the trend come out. Then you wait for the SK totem to proc. Then you must freeze them with snowstorm, and you freeze the trend. Because of the SK totem, it kills all of your heroes when it's not frozen, and then the procs cleared out this dungeon. So I hope you enjoyed the video like me to do the dungeons. I hope for you that you have great spawns, great tries, maybe other tactics. I hope you are happy that the commentary is in English. It's not the best English, but I think you can understand the tactics and the important things. So that was from me, from Hunted. Goodbye and see you next video.